Welcome back to Sim Racing Tonight, and hey Sean, what was the first wheel you bought?
As a matter of fact, Aaron, why don't we go to my segment on peripherals and we can all find out.
Sounds good.
Well, sim racing has already started to have its golden years, and its products that have had their days in the sun to only become obsolete or a distant memory to the older guys in sim racing. This is true of both racing simulations and also the controllers we use to drive them. I can think back to when I used to drive these titles using a joystick or even the keyboard. Then in the late 90s, I remember getting myself a Thrustmaster T2 steering wheel. This was a major improvement from driving with my old flight stick. But this early age wheel was soon nicknamed the bungee wheel because it was a bungee cord that offered the tension for the wheel. It was also known for breaking springs and rendering the pedals useless. Well, here we are a decade later, and not only have the racing sims become much more sophisticated, but so have the components. Today, a person could walk into any major electronics store, and for somewhere between $40 and $300, they could walk out with a very respectable steering wheel and pedal combo. The common names in these lines today are Logitech, Thrustmaster, Microsoft, and Cytec, Logitech being the most dominant in the market today. What are the differences in the wheels at that price point, you may ask? Well, number one, construction and durability. This includes metal shafts and bearings and sturdier cases to contain the unit. Number two, force feedback. This allows the controller to mimic real-life forces while driving. Number three, extras. At $300 or so, the Logitech G25 comes with a shifter, force feedback with dual motors, and also a clutch pedal. The Momo is a standard force feedback wheel and has the wheel, gas brake unit, and both paddle shifters as well as an up and down stick. It is a good wheel, and at $100 it will have a limited lifespan. The new G25 wheel is a step in a new direction for Logitech. Costing $300, it is getting very near a high-end wheel. This wheel comes with dual motor force feedback unit, and the wheel that is attached moves and feels as solid as a real car. It also comes with a gas, brake, and clutch unit that, again, compared to all the other products, feels as solid as a real car. It also comes with a 6-speed shifter. So that shows you there are plenty of variations and prices for people to get into this competition. And all those wheels have different feels, and some will like one over the others. And that is one of the biggest debates in the online community. It almost goes back to the old Ford versus Chevy debate. So like all other motorsports, you can have your entry level and you can have your custom level. Nowadays, it is not heard of for a sim racer to spend a couple $1,000s on their racing rig. Nowadays, you can buy wheels from companies that use higher-end electronics and precision machine parts. These wheels can look more like a wheel from a real race car than something you would plug into a computer. All of these companies use parts that are made to virtually last forever. These wheels can actually end up less expensive than a stack of broken plastic wheels one might develop after a few years of racing. That also translates into higher precision and better feel or sensitivity when driving the sim, and they look really cool too. Thomas Super Wheel is one of the companies that first started making high-end wheels. The standard TSW stock Evolution is their starter model that only comes with a wheel, gas and brake, and an up and down shifter. On their high end, they have the Formula Evolution model that includes extra buttons and paddle shifters as well as the addition of a clutch pedal. The TSW uses spring tension as the resistance and has no force feedback. Ball Racing Developments is a European company that makes the Pro V wheel using their own tested compression spring-based dual ball-raced cam system, and they also make the Speed 7 pedal combo. Extreme Competition Controls Inc. are the makers of one of the coolest looking wheels on the market. It uses their own fluid damped steering system. It is an extreme piece of hardware. They also make a pedal set of their own called the Trackstar 600 pedal combo. This is completely adjustable for the driver and is again built for years of use. Another route one could go is with the Frex wheel adapter. What they do is they take the beloved internals from Logitech wheel and they make it hardcore. These wheels look just like something you would see in a real F1 car. While that is just a hint of the type of controllers one could use to sim race, it really comes down to your budget and your needs. I know many of the best racers in the world that use nothing more than a mid-priced Logitech wheel and win races every week. On the other hand, I know of racers of the same caliber who swear by their top-end equipment. The latest trend nowadays is towards extra peripherals, products like shifters, the SimGear Lightning SST, or the TSW Speed Shifter. Both offer a new level of realism to the sim. Another one is external displays or dashboards or even extra programmable button boxes. These buttons can be used to request a pit, hit the rev limiter, make car changes. And nowadays you have companies that are making full motion simulators. These rigs are really only being seen in the commercial application or in the hands of the super wealthy. But like everything else, these technologies, they'll eventually trickle their way down to our levels. You can often test these units at local races when Champ Car, IRL, Formula One, NASCAR, or any of the other larger series come to your town. I, for one, can't wait till these things are available and I can have one of these in my own sim room.
Wow, Sean, great piece on peripherals there. That was really informative.
Thanks a lot. Well, I guess we all found out what kind of wheel I have, so what's your wheel story, Darren?
I actually had the Thrustmaster T1, which was the model before yours, and same thing, bungee. Actually, I had the roller pedals, which were, man, what a pain in the butt those things were.
And not a pretty wheel.
Yeah.
Well, that leads us, it's probably time for TA's Tech Corner. Why don't we try checking in with Terry again?
Right, don't we? Hey, Terry.
Hold on, guys. Hey, how you doing? How's everybody doing out there? Welcome to TA's Tech Corner. This week we're evaluating the SST Lightning Shifter made by SimGear. I want you to go ahead and sit down next to me and take it for a little whirl.
TA's Tech Corner.
The secret to the Lightning SST is the super short throw and design of the gates, which allows the driver to make extremely fast and precise shifts. The shell housing and 360 swivel mount is made from machined billet aluminum. Ball and socket are both Delrin for perfectly smooth and greaseless ball joint connection. The linear spring bias is made from Delrin and stainless steel. They also use a very high quality USB chip and lifetime switches. All the electronics are protected and designed to last forever. Nice. Once you get the hang of it, man, this is really good, solid shifting. This is like driving the real thing right here, man. There's a Corvette with paddle shifters in it. Yeah, I rate this thing pretty nice. Oh yeah, this thing, bang. You can smack this thing as hard as you want. So well built. It's got a steel shaft, you know. It's got the incredible, it's got those Delrin, you know, shaft bearings too, so I guess you don't need to lubricate them or anything at all, so. Well, there you have it. That was fun. Wow. I was a little skeptical at first about that, but I tell you what, man, it's fun to drive this thing. It's like the real thing. If you really want to get the experience of a real simulation, driving a real race car, a NASCAR, have you a road car, Corvette, then Le Mans or something like that, this is what you want right here.
Well, that was a great looking piece, Terry, on a fine looking shifter there. What do you think of the shifter?
Overall, I like it a lot. It's very well constructed. It's got good looks, and it's really fun. It's just like driving the real thing. It's fun banging some gears in it.
Absolutely. Well, compared to paddle shifting, what do you find it hard to use? What about that?
Well, it's a little more difficult. I mean, it's obviously like a real car. I mean, you're actually putting into gears, and it's there's a little bit of a learning curve. I definitely recommend people get used to it before they make judgment on it. But overall, it's a very good piece. It's fun to use, and once you get used to it, actually, I can definitely see it helping your performance and stuff like that.
Great. And what would you give it for an overall rating?
Me, I would give it an 8 out of 10, I'd say.
That's a pretty high rating.
Yeah, well, it's very well built. I like the feel of it. I myself drive a car with a manual, and so I kind of like the idea of the shifting the gears. And actually, I believe it can actually help you a lot in sim racing. Just being able to skip some gears coming down and stuff like that. So
absolutely. I'll kind of go to a side note there. We do a lot of endurance racing in the NASCAR mod,